Alright guys, in this video I'm going to review something that I recently acquired. These are from a website called grimworkshop.com. And it's the Grim Key Micro Tool, the Grim Key Dog Tag, and the Grim Workshop Key Card. So, the idea with these is that they're small enough you can conceal them easily, that if you ever find yourself locked out of anything, you can have these in your wallet or whatever and open it up. I'm not going to show you how these ones work. I'll do a brief explanation. I've actually tried to open locks with these and I wasn't able to. They're so small, they're hard to handle, and I couldn't open up any of these locks. So I have some pretty simple locks here, but there you go. I couldn't open up any of them. So the theory behind this is you can attach it to a zipper and no one would know it's there, and it's got a rake. It's like a one with 5 humps, one with 3. Tension tools on the end, one thick, one thin. And the reason that I acquired these was because, unlike most wallet tools, these claim that they can be reused. So normally you remove it and then you have to throw it away or put it somewhere else because you can't reattach it. These claim that you can reattach it, and for the most part that's true. They do come out fairly easily, so I don't know if I'd really trust it if I had to, but essentially this black thing, it's adhesive, and so you just gotta press the tools into it and it'll hold it in place. So tried him, he wasn't very successful. This one I like a little bit more. So this one comes with 3, same thing, the 5, the 3, and then a 1. And they're about the same size as the other ones. You have, different thicknesses and tension wrenches again. But I like this one more because it has this little rubber thing on the outside to hold it in place. And I feel like even though this black stuff may not hold it, having this rubber that'll grip it should hold at least that tool and that tool. The middle one, who knows? They call this the silencer, so won't make noise if it rattles around. That's what the rubber's called. So there's those. I'm going to move those out of the way because what I really want to focus on is this one here. Now, this one's pretty well thought out. You have a city rake, a triple peak, a single peak. You have the 5 humped one again, and then you have kind of a medium hook. It's sort of an interesting profile. And then down here, this is a file, and it's actually pretty coarse. I feel like that would work on filing things. It has a saw, a handcuff key, and a shim. So yeah, a little bit thinner tension wrench, a little bit thicker. Now these ones I haven't tried. I'm going to try them for you now, and let's see if they actually work. So raking is normally a quick way of opening something. Come on. Alright, so you pull it out. You have to kind of work the metal loose, and then in theory when you're through with it, you'll put it back right where it was and it should hold. Okay, so we have a rake. Now let's do a smaller tension wrench. So we're going to grab out the city rake. One thing with this is these have very sharp edges. Because you can reuse them or put them in again, you could file them and sand them down, but right now there's a pretty sharp ridge all along it, so it actually hurts my hand. I'm bleeding a little bit, but anyway, we'll work that loose. And I like that profile. That's pretty good, and that's pretty good too. It's not, come on, it's not too high. It should work in smaller keyways. So we're going to start off with this just cheap Chinese lock. See if I can rake it open. This has so much slop that the core moves a lot just by applying tension. That probably is not going to work. That's probably too thick, so we're going to try having it up there. Whoa. Now I'm not great at opening things up in my hand, so we'll see. Let's see. Let off pressure. Alright, that wasn't working. That could be because I'm not actually great at raking. I'll try something with less slop. Master number 5. I would use a master number 3, but I no longer own one, so I know that's something that everyone should have, nothing else to show people how they work. Whoop. Yeah, if I am going to keep this in my wallet, I'm going to remove all of them and sand them out because these edges are rough. And because they're so rough, it's actually hard to even put in the lock. Alright, well, I could not rake that, and this should rake pretty easily. Let's try the hook, shall we? I don't want to hurt myself. Come on. There we go. Now, this is a somewhat easy lock. I've opened him many times before. So we'll see if I can open him with this kind of medium hook. And I'd probably change that profile, not make it so deep. It's pretty thin towards the end, so I don't want to apply too much pressure. Oh yeah, these edges are so rough, I'm not really getting any feedback whatsoever. It's just grinding. I love the concept of these wallet sets, but my hang up with them is that they're just one use. So I was really hoping that this one would be solid enough that you could use it more than once. Problem is it's so rough that it's even having a hard time reaching them at all. Okay, let's try something with security pins. We weren't able to open up the mask number 5, at least I wasn't, so I don't know what hope we'll have for this one, but let's try it. So far, I love the idea, but the sharp edges are preventing me from getting any feedback, and that is making opening up any of these locks hard. And I'm always impressed with people that can open locks just in their hands. My vice is pretty much a crutch for me. Yeah, you can see how it's been slashing out my hand just by using it. Alright. This metal's actually pretty soft. I'm not applying a whole lot of pressure. It's actually warping. Alright, well, that's not working either. I was hoping that I could show you guys how you can use these to open locks, excuse me, but I'm not having any luck. Maybe some of you would find use out of these. I am going to try to sand these and file down the edges, and I'll see if that makes it easier. I may do a follow-up video where once they've been smoothed down to see if they work a little bit more. One thing that probably would work either way is this multi-tool. If I could grab it. Come on. There you go. I'm assuming that this would work. Handcuff key, it's straight, and I don't actually have any handcuffs nearby, but I'm sure that would work. Shim as well. I'm assuming handcuff shim because it's not thin enough to really do much else. The file is pretty coarse. The saw would absolutely cut through rope or zip tie or anything like that. So out of all of this is probably the most useful without modifying it. But anyway, guys, that is all I have. I was really hoping that I could show you how these work, but I kind of just showed you that the way they come, they do not work. They do seem to, you remove them, you put them back in, they seem to hold them. I'm going to carry this with me in my wallet for the next while, and we'll see how it holds up. This was the one. This was what I had in my wallet before. Let me grab that. This is the one that I had in my wallet. Handcuff shim, deep hook, medium hook, a shank. This little rod here you're supposed to turn into a tension wrench, a little saw, and then a snake hook. That's pretty thin. That's probably pretty weak. This is what I've had in my wallet for the last while, but these are only one use, so I was hoping that this could replace that. I'm not sure if it will or not. I'm going to try sanding them, and we will see what happens. If anyone's interested in any of these, I'm not affiliated with this company or this website whatsoever. I just saw it and thought it was intriguing and thought I would try it out. It is grimworkshop.com. Let me see if I have. They sent me a whole bunch of cards. Yeah, alright. They also own grimsurvival.com. I don't know what that website is. I haven't checked that out. They also included this to show you how you can open a lock. You tension it, you use a hook, you lift things up while applying tension, and the lock opens. A little more explanation. That's a simplified version, but essentially that's right. I have no complaints with that. Well, anyway, guys, I hope you liked what you saw. If you have any questions about these, let me know. If you wanted me to try out any of these other ones, I can do that as well. Actually, you know what? Before I end this video, let's try the city rake. City rakes are generally pretty effective. Let's see if I can make him work. Just with a rocking motion. Oh, he's so jagged, like much of you can see that line in the middle. He's so jagged that he's grabbing onto everything. No, not really. That's okay. I will figure it out. But yeah, if you have any questions, leave them below. If you wanted me to try these other ones, let me know. I'd be happy to try them out. I'm not super convinced that they'll be any more effective than the ones that we tried. I'll put that website down in the link. These are more of a novelty item, I feel like, than are useful. If I had to choose these or a jackknife, I'd probably choose a jackknife. Alright, if you liked what you saw, please hit like. If you're not subscribed, I'd recommend subscribing. I don't do reviews super often, but whenever I come across something neat, I try to review it. I mainly open locks made by other people in the community, or just normal locks like these and whatnot. But that is all I have. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.